In the immense expanse of Lake Victoria, the largest of Africa's Great Lakes, lies a most curious and remarkable place. This is Migingo Island, a tiny rocky outcrop that barely seems to rise above the water's surface. From a distance it looks like a cluster of colorful sheds floating on the waves, a vibrant anomaly in the vast blue. The island is so small that it is often overlooked on maps, yet it holds a human story of incredible density and resilience. It is a place where every square inch is precious, a community clinging to a rock in the middle of this great freshwater sea, its existence tied completely to the bounty of the waters that surround it. The island sits near the watery border between Kenya and Uganda, a location that has been the source of some debate over the years. Both nations have laid claim to this tiny yet strategically important piece of land. This is not because of the rock itself, but because of the rich fishing grounds that lie in the deep waters around it. The waters here are teeming with Nile perch, a large and valuable fish that provides a livelihood for thousands. This natural wealth has drawn people from across the region, turning a simple rock into a bustling and sometimes contentious international hub of activity. Looking at Migingo from the air, one is struck by its almost unbelievable appearance. It is completely covered in corrugated iron shacks, packed so tightly together that there is hardly any space to walk between them. The vibrant colors of the roofs create a patchwork quilt against the deep blue of the lake. There are no trees, no soil, and no green spaces to be found here. It is a purely man-made settlement, a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to adapt and build communities in the most unlikely of environments. The island is a world of its own, isolated by water but connected by a shared purpose. The journey to Migingo is an adventure in itself, often made by small wooden fishing boats that navigate the unpredictable waters of Lake Victoria. As one approaches, the faint hum of activity grows into a chorus of voices, music, and the sounds of daily life. The sight of the island, with its jumble of structures and the constant movement of boats around its perimeter, is truly unforgettable. It is a place that challenges our very notion of what an island should be. It is not a tropical paradise of sand and palms, but a gritty, hard-working, and incredibly vibrant center of human endeavor, a tiny world built on fish and hope. The sheer density of human life on Migingo Island is what makes it so extraordinary, earning it the title of the world's most crowded island. The island itself is remarkably small, covering an area of only about 2,000 square meters, which is roughly the size of half a football pitch. Yet, on this tiny piece of rock, a community of several hundred people makes their home. The population can fluctuate, but at its peak, it has been home to as many as 500 individuals. This creates a population density that is almost unparalleled anywhere on Earth, a city in miniature, where every centimeter is used to its fullest potential. Imagine living in a place where your front door opens just a few feet from your neighbors. This is the reality on Migingo. The houses are simple structures made from wood and corrugated iron, built one on top of the other, climbing up the rocky slope. There are no roads or gardens. Instead, a network of narrow winding alleyways and steep steps connects the different parts of the island. People navigate these tight spaces with practiced ease, their lives interwoven in a complex tapestry of close-quarter living. It is a community where privacy is a luxury few can afford, and where cooperation is essential for survival. Despite its tiny size, the island contains all the basic elements of a small town. There are several small shops selling essential goods, a pharmacy to provide basic medical care, and even a number of small bars and eateries where people can socialize after a long day's work. There is a small port where boats dock, a police station, and places of worship. This micro-society has developed its own rules and rhythms, a self-contained world that functions remarkably well given the extreme constraints of its environment. It is a powerful example of how humans can create a functioning community in the most challenging conditions. The population is a diverse mix of people, primarily fishermen but also boat builders, merchants, cooks, and women who process and sell the fish. They come from Kenya, Uganda, and even Tanzania, drawn by the lure of the Nile perch. This mix of cultures and nationalities adds to the island's unique character, creating a vibrant, multicultural hub in the middle of Lake Victoria. Life is lived in public here, with the sounds of different languages and the smells of various foods mingling in the air. It is a place of constant motion and energy, a human beehive buzzing with activity from dawn until dusk. The daily life on Migingo Island is dictated by the rhythms of the lake and the pursuit of its most prized inhabitant, the Nile perch. The day for a fisherman begins long before the sun rises over the horizon. They prepare their nets and boats in the pre-dawn darkness, the gentle lapping of the waves against the shore being the only sound. As the first light appears, a fleet of small wooden boats sets out from the island's tiny harbor, venturing into the deep surrounding waters. Their mission is to catch the large, valuable fish that will provide their income and sustain the entire island's economy. While the fishermen are out on the lake, the island itself comes to life. The women play a crucial role in the community's economy. They wait for the boats to return, ready to buy the catch of the day. They then spend hours cleaning, smoking, or frying the fish, preparing it for transport to markets on the mainland. This work is vital, adding value to the raw product and ensuring that nothing goes to waste. The air on the island is often thick with the smell of wood smoke and cooking fish, a constant reminder of the industry that fuels this remarkable place. The main work for nearly everyone on Migingo revolves around the fishing industry. Besides the fishermen and the women who process the fish, there are boat mechanics who keep the engines running, net menders who painstakingly repair damaged equipment, and traders who negotiate prices and arrange for the transport of the fish to the mainland. The entire community operates like a well-oiled machine, with each person playing a specific and important part. This shared purpose creates a strong sense of interdependence, as the success of one person is often linked to the success of many others. It is a system built on hard work and mutual reliance. As evening approaches, the fishing boats begin to return, their arrival signaling the busiest time of the day. The shoreline becomes a hive of activity, as the day's catch is unloaded, weighed, and sold. The air fills with the sounds of bargaining and lively conversation. After the work is done, the islanders find time to relax. They gather in the small bars to share stories, watch football on television, or listen to music. Despite the hardships and the cramped conditions, there is a strong sense of community here. People find joy and companionship in their shared existence on this tiny rock in the vastness of Lake Victoria. Living in such a densely populated space naturally presents a number of significant challenges. Sanitation and waste management are constant concerns on an island with no soil and very limited space. Everything that is brought to the island must eventually be taken away, and managing rubbish is a daily struggle. Access to fresh water is also a major issue. While the island is surrounded by water, it is not safe to drink without treatment. Residents must either buy clean drinking water brought in from the mainland or use purification methods, both of which add to the cost of living in this isolated community. The crowded conditions also mean that there is a constant risk of fire. The closely packed wooden and iron shacks could be consumed by flames very quickly, and with no open space, a fire would be devastating. Healthcare is another challenge. While there is a small pharmacy for basic needs, any serious illness or injury requires a long and expensive boat trip to the nearest hospital on the mainland. These are the daily realities that the people of Migingo must navigate, a constant balancing act between the opportunities the island offers and the risks that come with living there. So, why do people choose to live under such difficult circumstances? The answer is simple: the fish. The deep waters surrounding Migingo are some of the most productive fishing grounds for Nile perch in all of Lake Victoria. By living directly on the island, fishermen save significant time and fuel costs, as they do not have to travel long distances from the mainland each day. This proximity to the fishing grounds gives them a crucial economic advantage, allowing them to earn a living that would be much more difficult to achieve elsewhere. For many, the economic benefits simply outweigh the hardships of island life. Ultimately, Migingo Island is a testament to the human spirit of enterprise and adaptation. It is a place that is both challenging and full of opportunity. What makes it so special is not the rock itself, but the vibrant, resilient community that has been built upon it. It is a micro-world, a bustling economic hub that has sprung up in one of the most unlikely places imaginable. The people of Migingo have created their own unique society, bound together by a shared reliance on the Great Lake and its incredible bounty. Their story is a powerful reminder that home can be created anywhere as long as there is community and a means to survive.